Ladies and gentlemen here, it's Violent Games. Wanted to talk about some patch notes with your asses. Well, not with your asses, with your ears. And, let your brain process that information and deduct your own thoughts and feelings about said patch notes. Yeah, that's what that's what I wanted to do. That's what I want. Without further ado, let's get into the patch notes 1.10 or 1.10, however you want to say that numeral. I will not discriminate against you. So yeah, first and most obvious thing that came out of patch notes 1.10, Halloween DLC. Fuck yeah. It's fun as shit. It's festive as shit. I haven't been into the seasons at all until Overwatch decided to give a shit. That's usually how my life works. Unless Overwatch gives a shit, I don't give a shit. But yeah, it makes Halloween great again. I'm glad that we can make... Okay, legitimately, let's talk about what's in it. So, we have the cosmetics, which I think are baller as fuck. There's cool new victory poses, like I got the one with Tracer with her pistols out of the grave, and I was like, that's funny, I'll put it on. Whatever. They're ultimately really cute. Unfortunately, you cannot buy them with in-game currency, which is a huge letdown. I think that kind of sucks. It's like, what are we accruing this currency for? Just new heroes, I guess? Like, I have like 1,000 currency I can't really spend on anything. I think it's kind of lame that I can't buy a Halloween DLC or a DLC skin that I want. But since it's only cosmetic, I don't think it's a major issue. But what I think they should do for these seasonal events that have cosmetics in them, allow a player to buy one per year. Just allow them to buy one with in-game currency per year so they get the one that they want, and if they want to get the rest of them, like, say you want the Reaper skin as well, which is the Jack-o'-lantern one, or if you want the Mercy skin on top of the Reaper skin, you have the ability to buy loot boxes for that, and if that's how you want to sell your cosmetics, then by all means feel free to do so. Since the cosmetics themselves don't change anything in-game, I'm not worried that Blizzard is selling them, or I'm not like overly pissed off as a consumer. That's just a little anecdote that I wanted to throw in there, because it does kind of suck when you want a skin really bad and you just can't get it based on luck, or based on the fact that you did purchase loot boxes, but you spent your entire budget on the loot boxes and didn't get what you wanted. But you got the currency to buy it, but you still can't buy it because... because of you can't buy the stuff with in-game currency. It's literally about luck at this point. I don't really like that business model too much, but like I said, they're all cosmetics. Blizzard, do whatever the hell you want, because the fact of the matter is if Blizzard's going to make new content for Overwatch, they need to make some money. So people who buy those loot boxes, guys, before you get pissed off, are paying for your DLC. So before you get all fucking nasty in the comments section saying shit about untransparent loot boxes, people who buy those loot boxes pay for your DLC. Just wanted to make you aware of that. So, cosmetics aside, or let's just briefly cover the cosmetics real quick with a sentence. They're fucking dope. I like them. I am disappointed that certain characters didn't get skins, like there's no new Widowmaker skin or no new Tracer skin. Very disappointed in that, but hey, we can't win all the time, Tracer and Widow, We can't always win. Mercy got a dope one. That's cool enough, I guess. Fun. Now let's move on to the brawl that came from Halloween, which is Junkenstein's Revenge or some shit. I don't know exactly what it's called. I forget, to be honest. But it's a fun little horde mode where you fight these little robots in a PvE setting. They kind of behave like zombies, as well as certain characters from the game, like Mercy, Roadhog, Reaper, Junkrat. Like, all these characters can come in during the match as sort of mini-bosses. And this Horde mode, even though it feels very underdeveloped, feels like an underdeveloped masterpiece in the sense that it's really fucking fun to play, simply because Overwatch hero classes versus a PvE setting are actually very, very interesting. It's to the point where I feel like Overwatch should do more with PvE, and I feel like if they would have flushed this mode out, it could have become a solidified mode that they could have kept throughout Overwatch's life cycle. But like I said, it does feel underdeveloped in the fact that it's only within a single room. It's not like you're going throughout an entire castle and defending different parts of the castle, like a la Black Ops Zombies or something. It does feel a little bit underwhelming, but it's definitely a good change of pace from just multiplayer shooter gameplay non-stop. So it's a welcome change. It's the only brawl I've ever participated in, period. I've had no interest in any other brawl in this game. This one actually piqued my interest, and I'm glad I played it. The only other problem with it is that it's only 4 players to play it, which is very odd because Overwatch has been a 6v whatever game as far as it's lived. There's always been a 6-team player base, so the fact that they just randomly changed that for one brawl does feel a little inappropriate, but given the size of the map, I understand why they did it, and there are hero restrictions in it as well, because let's be honest, if we all picked like Mercies and damage buffed Bastion, that mode would be extremely easy, so I understand why they did it, was to add some tension while also have some sort of class variety. So yeah, Halloween DLC, pretty fucking dope. I actually really enjoyed it, more so than I thought I was going to. I also like the aesthetic change they did to the map Hollywood. I'm not sure if they did the other maps, but the only one I've noticed is Hollywood got an aesthetic change for this month. It's really fucking cool. I enjoy it. There was like pumpkins you can smash and all sorts of fun shit. It's just fun as hell. Love the Halloween DLC. I love it. I love it, guys. Fucking awesome. Now let's move on to actual pertinent patch notes. The first up, and probably the most important, is that controllers have 2 different aim modes to choose from. So just really quick, I'm going to read these patch notes verbatim. The new mode, or the Dull Zone mode, or Dull Zone mode, if I didn't pronounce that right. This is what it says. The vast majority of the thumbstick's range moves with reduced sensitivity and relatively high acceleration. However, when the thumbstick crosses to the outer 10% of its range, it will move with the high sensitivity and relatively low acceleration. This move allows for more precise aiming while still allowing players to turn around more quickly. And I did experiment with this mode in the gameplay you should be seeing, or at least in the gameplay where I'm on the Halloween DLC. I don't know if we've transitioned from that yet. I can't tell. I do the editing after the fact. But what I've noticed with this is that it's much more in line with other first-person shooters. So if you've been struggling with Overwatch's aiming mechanics, this might fix your issue. And overall, I feel that more is better when in terms of options. And I do, like I said, I think that for a lot of players, not me specifically, but a lot of players are going to benefit from this highly. So I highly encourage you to actually try this out if you think your aim is a bit on the worse side in terms of Overwatch aiming, especially on the console ports of the game, which is the perspective I'm speaking from. So I played with it. I think it's fine. It functions properly. I see the appeal. I really do. I was able to use it successfully without any hiccups. I think that, again, for a lot of people who prefer the lower sensitivities or don't want high acceleration on the controllers, especially who have come from other shooters, they're really going to enjoy this new aim mode. Now, I'm going to go over the old mode real quickly, which is called Exceptional Ramp Mode. As the thumbstick moves towards the outside of its range, the sensitivity is ramped up exceptionally. The acceleration remains relatively high throughout. So basically, it's a very, very high sensitivity setting. More so unlike other shooters, but I like this sensitivity, and that's the one I use. And it's the one I've kind of learned to use over the time of me playing this game, so I'm not going to switch. Now, just real quickly, I wanted to disclose that I am not going to be covering things like bug fixes or UI changes. I think that's not I think it's irrelevant to your gameplay or to what you're going to notice in the patch. It's just a thing. So I'm not covering that. The last and final thing I need to cover is hero balancing. There has been some hero changes, specifically to characters like Ana, Widowmaker, and Junkrat. So let's get into that. Ana Amari's nano boost has been, or the cost for her nano boost has been increased by 20%. This is a well-needed nerf, guys. I remember when I had originally reviewed Ana Amari, I think she was my first guide on this channel specifically, I stated that nano boost came up all the time and it was super useful. over time, it's been getting ridiculous. Like, Nano Boost is up so much, especially on a 2-tank team. Like, your ult is just constantly up because you're constantly healing targets for massive amounts of health because your heals per second are so high. You would have Nano Boost up constantly. And oh my god, it was overwhelming sometimes if you had a good Anamari just Nano Boosting Reinhardt over and over and over again. And no one really knowing how to deal with that situation became very stressful. So I think it was a much needed nerf. Now, we do have a bit of a buff here. Ana's Biotic Grenade radius has been increased from 3 meters to 4 meters. So it's just it makes it a little bit more effective, more likely to hit, more likely to hit your entire team, like if you throw it into a mass group, which is very, very useful. So it's nothing to complain about here. I never thought Biotic Grenade was overpowered or underpowered, so I'm not even sure why the change is here to begin with, but hey, better is better. 3 is better than, or 4 is better than 3. I almost said 3 is better than 4, god damn it. But one thing they don't mention in these patch notes that I'm looking at them is I think Ana Amari at some point, I don't know if I missed this patch or if I missed this patch note, please tell me if I'm wrong, guys. Pay attention right the fuck now if you weren't listening a second ago. I swear Ana Amari's aim down sights time has been reduced. It feels a lot more clunky. She feels a lot less consistent. She's harder to play. To be honest, like, I'd rather play Mercy now. Like, that's how annoying it is to me, because I got so accustomed to the fast aim down sight time with Ana that it feels clunky to play her now with that reduced aim down sights time. Again, this could be completely mental. I might be stoned as hell. I don't know what the fuck. I just don't... I feel like it was significantly reduced. I just don't know by which numeral, or if it has it all, or if it was in a previous patch that I missed. That's definitely possible. We'll see. So, yeah, that really blows for Ana, not being able to aim down sights as quickly. I think that's a significant change. I can't explain why, but it just makes her feel a lot more clunky, and I don't like it. It makes her feel kind of terrible, and especially when people are having trouble. Like, let's just say this. On console, Ana Amari, a lot of people will argue that she's an inconsistent healer. Reducing her aim down sights time, especially on the console port, less and less people are going to play her. I'm just saying. She's already kind of a rare pick as it is. I only see her every once in a while, or if someone gets the Halloween DLC skin for her. I have been seeing that recently as well. So, yeah, not really digging the whole aim down sights change for Ana Amari whenever that was done. I just wanted to throw that in there. Alright, moving on. Widowmaker's Widow's Kiss. Scoping in animation time has been reduced from 0.5 seconds to 0.33 seconds. Basically, her aim down sights has increased. And what I will say about this is when I heard about it, I didn't think it was a big deal. But after playing it, oh, it feels good, guys. As someone who loves playing Widowmaker, this is a fucking very welcome change. It makes her feel so buttery smooth. I can't explain why. You're going to have to play it yourself, but it just feels so much better. Like, and I still agree that Widowmaker needs a few more buffs to her utilities. The buff that I think is the most necessary is please buff her ultimate, guys. Give her a faster charge when she has her visor up or something. Like, something to just give her a little more punch, because I still think Hanzo's utilities, are better than hers. So, that's just my little anecdote to throw in there. I think that she needs a bit of a more buffs, but this buff is a welcome change. It makes her feel better. She feels less clunky. I highly recommend, if you've been playing Widow for a while casually, that you pick her up again and try this out. It's fun. I really, really enjoy it. I think you will too. It gives you more time to react to characters. Like, you see a character in the distance, oh, there's someone over there. You can scope in a little bit faster and get your 3 bars up more quickly. So, yeah. Widowmaker change, very, very welcome. I hope they do more in the future for her. As to what they're going to do, I'm not sure if they're going to do anything else at all. Now, god damn it, Adobe Creative Cloud. Let's move on to the final change, which is Junkrat's Riptire. The ability now activates more quickly. I mean, that's literally just it. It activates more quickly. So when you use Riptire, it deploys faster, is essentially what I'm getting from this. So it's going to make Riptire a little more convenient to use in a stressful manner. Like say, oh my gosh, there's a huge team fight. I'm gonna run out behind this wall and activate my Riptire and try to get the bomb in. It makes it better for that. That's all it does, really. It just gives Junkrat a little more utility with his ult, or it makes his ult slightly more effective, but only marginally so. I don't think this is going to be a game changer. I mean, the Q is still very loud. Everyone knows when it's coming. The deploy time being changed is not going to change the fact that people can shoot it, destroy it, or be aware that it's there. So it's not a major buff, it's just like kind of a convenience buff, which no one's going to complain about. Last thing I did want to talk about, guys, though, is we recently got some new Sombra information, and basically the only thing I got from this is, wow, isn't she pretty? Like, this is literally all I can say. Like, I don't know anything else about her other than that I think she uses an Uzi, which is a weapon class we haven't really seen, but it's very similar to a machine pistol, like Tracer's machine pistol. So we'll see how it works. I hope it's like, you know, a modern gun versus a pulse munition weapon. I really do, because I want a gun in Overwatch that just sounds like a MAC-10. I really do. Maybe I'm wishing for too much, but wouldn't it be awesome to just be like like in the traditional first-person shooter in Overwatch? I think so. If you think I'm wrong, you know, whatever. But I like her hair. I like the whole aesthetic that everyone's giving for the leaked character. Now, this isn't a confirmed character, granted, but I think she does look baller as fuck. I just hope that this means that we're getting the hero sooner than we thought. That's all I want. I just want to know what the character is, how she's going to play, and what we can do with her. I'm excited for her. I think she looks baller. I'm wondering why we didn't get a male character this time around. We did get a female character last time, but, you know, it's whatever. They can do whatever they want. If they want to have sexy ladies in their game, God forbid we don't have enough sexy ladies in video games, right? But, yeah. I think she looks baller as fuck. I hope she has a gangster vibe to her. I heard that has some connection with the San Muertos. I hope I'm saying that right. I think if you say San Merde or something, it's like shit or something. But I don't know. Someone who knows Spanish, correct me. Let me know what the difference between those two are. I think Merde is shit, but I could be very wrong because I'm a white male. We tend to be politically incorrect about a lot of things, but hey. Anyways, guys, that's all I really have to say about patch notes 1.10 and my little anecdote on Sombra there at the end. Thank you for watching if you did. You can like the video if you liked it. You know, I don't think I should tell you how to use YouTube at this point. I think you know. I think you understand how YouTube works, so I'm going to leave you to it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching if you did. Peace out. And by the way, shout out to Mr. Mactane2. He's a YouTuber who was actually featured in some of my Halloween gameplay. Thanks for playing with me, man. It was really, really fun. And, yeah. That's all I got to say. It's fun playing. Peace out. Still sounds like I'm saying piss out. Still sounds